why is Hollywood suddenly silent about Trump? Obviously, the results of the election, not just the electoral college win, the popular vote, and taking the House and Senate is kind of crazy. So, how is Hollywood reacting? They seem to just not say much. If you could bring up the story, Alan.
Yes. Here we go.
And that is, of course, a shot from The Apprentice, where Sebastian Stan plays Donald Trump, a young Donald Trump from the 70s and 80s. And it tracks his meteoric rise in New York and as a real estate mogul. But what's the headline?
Yes. The headline is, why is Hollywood suddenly silent on Trump? It's from the Hollywood Reporter, Steven Zaitchik. The digs at Hollywood were blunt and unusual. The Apprentice stars were mad, stunned that so few of their peers would engage with them. People have been afraid to touch this film, to be seen as complicit in the film, to support the film, to publicly endorse the film, and certainly to show the film on streaming platforms. Jeremy Strong, who plays Roy Cohn in the independently filmed Donald Trump origin story, he told me recently. But the role of storytelling is to hold up a mirror. It's not to make people feel comfortable. It's not to simply entertain. It's to hold feet to the fire. I can't think of a subject more relevant to what all of us are living through, he added. Not to be embraced by an industry has been really hard. His co-star Sebastian Stan also pointed, when it comes to artistry and creativity, we have to be able to protect free speech. It shouldn't be selective free speech, Stan, who played Trump. It should be free speech on all fronts. We can't get normalized about what we can and can't talk about. Let's see. Excuse me.
Well, you remember that Sebastian Stan, he made that comment at that one Q&A where he said he was going to do the actors on acting, and they have a thing where they have actors interview other actors. He couldn't find an actor to interview him about the movie. No one would do it. It's kind of sad. It's like, do you want to be blissfully ignorant? It really does bother me that like Hollywood can't have a conversation or in any way be looking to potentially promoting or saying anything nice about Trump. You're out of the club. It's very sad to see. It's very divisive.
I mean, it's been weird. I've been doing improv at the National Comedy Theater since 2001, and being kind of the in the minority when it comes to conservative politics compared to the vast majority of my liberal friends there. Starting with Bush, going through Obama, we talk politics. They certainly didn't like Bush. I not the biggest fan of Obama,
right?
But we could talk about it. We could joke about it on stage,
right?
But what happened was when Trump got the nomination, all of a sudden you couldn't say it. Like I would do just weird things like, I'd open a scene with, man, all he wanted to do was make America great again. And that statement worked one time. We did a based on that. But the second time I tried it, the audience just went right against me. I remember after the show, people giving me the stink eye. Then noted afterwards is, we don't bring politics in the show. And I was like, I just said, make America great again. And and it became very clear to me during the election and when Trump won that Donald Trump just became this forbidden topic.
Right.
No one brings it up. You bring it up and you'll get fired, or you'll get a talking to. You'll go to HR. Right. And I feel like the election back in November kind of let the air out of all that. And people are now starting to actually utter the name Trump. And I think this is the last vestige of that, where I think after this, this movie came out before the election. People didn't want to talk about it. I think it's now free. People are now free to talk about it. And I hope that's true.